Thank you, Jim. Well, we're talking all about parenting today, and one of the toughest issues might be just having that talk with your kids. We've got the South Carolina campaign to prevent teen pregnancy with a phone bank, and that's where we find Darcy right now.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. You know, anytime you have the talk with your kids, it can be a very uncomfortable situation for parents. I remember talking to my pediatrician about it even when Logan asked me a question, and what she said was, you give your kids as much information as they require at the age that they are. Taylor Wilson, good to see you.
Thank you so much for having us.
You guys are here, and you're here to help the parents. You're here to give them the information, to equip them with the information they need to answer the questions, whether your kids are 6 years old or 16 years old.
Absolutely correct. We want to make sure that we're giving parents the support that they need to have a very difficult and somewhat awkward conversation with their children. So we're here to answer their questions.
Whether it is abstinence or going the safe route, you guys are prepared to help them with that.
That's correct. As an agency, we believe in abstinence-first comprehensive health education, which means that we really do encourage abstinence as the best choice for young people, but understand that if young people are going to make a different decision, we want them to be educated and to know how to protect themselves from unplanned pregnancy and STDs.
Lots of resources available with you guys.
That's correct. We have a website, www.teenpregnancy.sc.org, where parents can find information from tips and scripts on how to start the conversation to how they deal with sexting with their young people, since how a majority of our teens now have that phone in their hands to text more often than to talk.
What do you see as the biggest hang up for a lot of parents when they call and have a question?
I think that it's how do I start this? How does this begin? It's a very awkward conversation. Do I corner them when they're eating breakfast? Do I wait until they go to bed? Do I, have to sit them down and have the talk? And what we really want to encourage is that the talk is not just a one-time thing. It's something you build up to. You start it early and you have the conversations often based on what your teen is experiencing at that moment, be it bullying or healthy relationships with friends, all the way up to how to protect myself if I decide to become sexually active.
Taylor, thank you so much. Taylor and her crew are going to be here until 7:30 tonight. So if you've had questions and just didn't really know who you wanted to turn to ask that question, to get that script, like you say, to get the conversation started, the experts are here, WLTX on your side with this phone bank today. So stay with us. There's more Friends at 5 coming up after the break.
We're talking all about parents today. And we've got a phone bank. We've got a wonderful guest, because sometimes it's really hard to talk about certain things with the children.
Exactly. We're talking about the talk, and the South Carolina campaign to prevent teen pregnancy is here for a phone bank, and they're going to be answering your questions about having open, honest conversations with your kids about love and about relationships. Whether you're talking to your 3-year-old, your 13-year-old, or your 17-year-old, they have the script in hand that's going to help you get the conversation started, because kids are going to ask, so why not be prepared when they ask? Exactly. The number to dial is 647-0299, and they will be with us until 7:30 tonight. Today, we are talking about all things parenting on Friends at 5. And as we mentioned just a few minutes ago, one of the toughest parenting issues is when to have that talk with your kids. The South Carolina campaign to prevent teen pregnancy is here for a phone bank, and that is where we find News 19's Jennifer Bellamy standing by with more. Hey, Jen.
That's right, Darcy. We've started to hear the phones ring a little bit more, but there are plenty of volunteers out here just waiting to help you get started with that conversation, maybe put you a little bit at ease. I know this will probably be a very, very scary topic for some parents to approach with their children. What are some things that y'all typically help parents with as far as getting started?
A lot of parents want to know how to start the conversation and when the conversation should be started. They want to understand, should they start talking to their teenager when they're a teenager, or is this a conversation that needs to start when their children are younger, and what topics they need to cover when their young people are younger, and the younger ages, preteen and sometimes in middle school. So we try and help them, provide them with support on how to have those conversations. They also want to know when to start the conversation. Do we start the conversation on a car ride? Do we start the conversation at the breakfast table? What are ways that I can start the conversation? We strongly encourage parents to start the conversation using pop culture. Pop culture is something that teens are very invested in and very aware of. Sometimes you can ask, what do you know what this song means? And get a conversation started from there. What's happening on this television show that you watch all the time? Do you think that's a version of a healthy relationship? Asking them questions to get them comfortable in the topic area is generally the best approach, and then starting to talk about their own personal decisions.
Awesome. That's some wonderful advice there. And they've got plenty of that advice for you. Just pick up the phone. They're here waiting. They'll be here for a very long time to answer your questions. That number again is 647-0299. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Our state has the 12th highest birth rate in the nation when it comes to teen pregnancy. And even though the numbers are decreasing, there's still a lot of work to be done. And that's why we're on your side tonight with the Teen Pregnancy Prevention Phone Bank. Our Jasmine Stiles is with a representative from the South Carolina Teen Pregnancy Prevention Campaign to help get the word out and to answer your questions and to simply, Jasmine, let parents know you don't have to start this conversation by yourself.
That's right, Darcy. There's definitely help and resources, and that's what we're here to do for you all today. So I'm here with Taylor, and she's going to give us a little bit of info about, what the organization is all about. So can you give us just a little synopsis?
Absolutely. The South Carolina Campaign to Prevent Teen Pregnancy is a nonprofit agency whose mission is to improve the health and economic well-being of individuals, communities in the state of South Carolina by preventing teen pregnancy. We do that in a couple of different ways. We work in all 46 counties to provide two different types of education. The first type is trainings. The second type is one-on-one education with youth-serving providers. We also work very closely with public awareness. We do advocacy for the cause, and we also have a research and development department so we can get up to the minute information about how teen pregnancy and teen birth rates are in our community.
So if parents are having help, is there any way that, they can call you guys, other than our phone bank, which is amazing, and we're still doing that throughout the show, but just so that, if they need a little extra help or a little extra push, can you guys help them out with that?
Yes, on our corporate website, teenpregnancy.sc.org, we have a section specifically for parents. It has a tips and scripts section. It has a section about the dangers of sexting and how you can prevent those dangers. You can talk to your young people. It also has different links to other organizations that have information that might be useful.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We're still wrapping up our phone bank and still keeping going on, so the number's at the bottom of your screen, so feel free to give them a call. They're here to help you.
All right, Jasmine, thank you so much. News 19 is on your side tonight with a teen pregnancy prevention phone bank. We have experts on hand giving you the tools you need to talk to your kids about abstinence and safe sex. You can call the phone bank until 7:30. The number to dial is 647-0299. Thank you so much for joining us. We do want to remind you that our Prevent Teen Pregnancy Phone Bank available to you until 7:30 tonight. Get the phones ringing. Get those hard questions answered. We'll see you again at 7. News 19 is on your side tonight. We have a teen pregnancy prevention phone bank. We have experts on hand helping you get the information you need to talk to your kids about abstinence and even safe sex. You can call the phone bank until 7:30 tonight. The number to dial is 647-0299.
Now, from the station that's on your side.
All right, folks, stay with us. Coming up after the break, News 19 is on your side tonight with help with the Teen Pregnancy Prevention Phone Bank. We have the experts on hand to talk to you and talk to your kids about abstinence and safe sex. It's coming up after the break. All right, folks, welcome back. Since 5 o'clock this evening, we've been on your side with a Teen Pregnancy Prevention Phone Bank. That's a mouthful, but it's a lot easier than the work that you guys do every day. Thank you so much for joining us today. It looks like you've had a good response.
We have had a great response, and we greatly appreciate the questions we've been getting and the opportunity to help support parents and work with WLTX.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in. What kind of calls have you been getting?
We've been getting calls from parents who are asking how to start the conversation, to some caring adults who are not necessarily parents but are aunts or uncles who want to know if they can help support the parents in having this conversation. So it's been very good.
The thing that I find interesting, you guys have teen in the name of your organization, but you help parents when you're talking to 3, 4, 5-year-olds.
That's correct. We do encourage parents to start this conversation early and have it often, because it generally takes down the weirdness and awkwardness that a young person may feel if they've been having open and honest conversations with their parents for a long time.
Let's talk about Zumbathon. 2 things that you wouldn't necessarily put together, but for some reason you guys have figured out how to make it work.
Teen pregnancy prevention and dancing, that's absolutely correct. October is Let's Talk Month, which is the month that celebrates parents talking to their young people about love, sex, and relationships. And so we're having a fundraiser in Camden on October 20th to raise money. We're going to be dancing. So we're encouraging anyone who's interested in coming and dancing for the cause. We encourage moms, dads to bring their kids. We're going to dance. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have vendors set up. It's going to be really, really awesome, and we're going to have a great time for a great cause.
And for anybody who doesn't get through to you tonight, what number can they call? How can they get in touch with you guys?
They can get in touch with us at 803-771-7700 or through our website, www.teenpregnancy.sc.org.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on the good work you guys do with our young people every day. Thank you. All right, folks, stay with us. Coming up after the break, Chief Meteorologist Jim Gandy is going to be in with a look at your family's TrueView forecast.